So, hi guys, how are you? Yeah, so went to the doctor today and found out that I have polycystic ovarian syndrome and kind of been depressed about it all day. I went to the doctor at like 10:30 this morning and kind of been in a bum mood all day because of it. Because you wait for, I've been to several doctors and gotten so many different things from, you have thyroid problems to, oh, it's normal, just take these pills and it'll jumpstart everything. I've been told everything. So for us females, because I don't know how many males watch my channel or whatever, but for us females, I hate my time of the month. Like, I hate it. And I don't think I've ever really met a chick that loved her time of the month, but I hate mines. And for like the last, my face is really shiny. Oh my gosh. And for like the last 2 years, my time of the month has been like hit or miss. 1 month I'll come, 4 months I won't. 1 month it'll come, 4 months it won't. Then it'll come for like 6 or 7 months, and then it'll disappear. So last year, around this same time, it did the same thing. I came on in January, and then I didn't see it anymore. So me and my husband were, which he wasn't my husband at the time, but we were at the doctor's, like, okay, pregnancy test, what's going on with my body, just trying to figure out what was going on with it or whatever. So I wasn't pregnant. The doctor thought it was a thyroid, but she took some tests and she said my thyroid was normal. So didn't really know what was going on with that. Didn't really find out any information about that. So that was that. She gave me these pills. I forget the name of the pills. They're somewhere around my house. It was like, excuse me, 5 pills. It was like 5 pills, and I was supposed to take those 5 pills, one each day, and on the 5th day it would jumpstart my cycle and I would come on. Well, I didn't want to take the pills because she didn't do anything. Like, you didn't tell me why my cycle stopped. You just giving me something to start it, but you didn't tell me why it stopped. So I didn't want to take the pills, and I thought that was really lax on her part as a doctor. So anyway, so that was back then. So fast forward now to where we're at today. January came on my cycle. Last, February this month, haven't seen it. So of course, everybody's like, well, are you pregnant? What's going on? We have a bun in the oven. You're newlywed. Side note, I don't know why the first thing that people want newlyweds to do is have babies. Like, I want to enjoy my marriage some. I don't want babies right now. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So went to the doctor today thinking, maybe I am pregnant. If I was, I wouldn't mind. I'd be okay with that. I want babies. Like, I really want babies. Not necessarily right now, but if it was to happen right now, I wouldn't be upset about it. I would be completely okay, 100% okay. So the doctor has to ask you about your sexual history and all this stuff. And when you start my cycle, and I told her I started my cycle between the ages of 8 to 10. And she looked at me like, are you serious? And I'm thinking, yeah, isn't that normal? It was normal for me. That's when I started. So And then she's like, well, you know, when did you develop your breast? Because you guys may not know, because in videos I only show from this part up. I don't show anything else, because if I'm doing makeup, I don't feel the need to show everything else. I think my face is the most important part. But I was like, I've had breasts since I was about 8. I skipped my A's and B's, went straight into a C cup. And like I said again, this was normal for me. It was normal for me. So, you know, although I rarely see women that are as endowed as I am, as overly blessed as I am in the breast area, it was still normal for me. This was my normal. So she was like, wow. And you know, then I started describing to her about my cycle and how it hasn't always been irregular, but if it didn't come every 28 days, it probably came every 30 days, 35 days. You know, if that was considered irregular, then I guess it was irregular, because that's what it did. So now here we are. Polycistic Ovarian Syndrome. Although I am extremely excited to know what's going on with my body, it's scary, you know, because all the things that come along with having polycystic ovarian, Pcos. So I don't have to keep saying Pcos. A lot of the things that comes along with having Pcos are, let's count. 1, high blood pressure. 2, type 2 diabetes. 3, heart disease. Obesity. And you may or may not be able to have children. So, and some women with Pcos produce more testosterone than estrogen. So you see some women who have, and thank God I don't have this. I don't know what I would do if I had a beard. But you see some women who experience abnormal hair growth. And for a woman, abnormal hair growth would be mustache, beard, stuff like that. I don't have that symptom, but and you develop early. That was a telltale sign. You develop early. But in my family, because on my mother and my father's side, the women are more voluptuous. So for me to develop the way I did, my mother didn't think anything was wrong with it. She just figured, oh, she gets it from both sides of her family. She's going to be more well endowed in some areas. So, but she said I've probably always had it. So the down part to it, I guess, was you may or may not be able to have children. And the reason behind that is that women who have Pcos do not ovulate like a regular woman would. And I'm saying regular woman because having Pcos does make you a little bit abnormal. Like the regular woman would. You know, your cycle is supposed to come every 28 days. Or 28 to like 35 days. That's okay. You're good. But when you have Pcos, and trying to figure out a way to put this, when you do have it, your ovaries are oval shaped. They're oval shaped. When you have Pcos, your ovaries are no longer oval shaped. They're more round shaped, and they're enlarged because you develop little cysts. I'm sorry if this is too graphic, but there may be some females out there with Pcos who, you know, who don't know. So my apologies ahead of time. But you develop little cysts all over your ovaries, so that causes it to enlarge. And because your periods are so few and far between, you produce bad eggs. You don't produce the eggs that are ready to be fertilized. You produce bad eggs because your ovulation is thrown off and your hormone levels are thrown off and all of those things. So I'm really nervous about the diabetes thing because my father is a diabetic, and I can't shoot myself with a needle. I'm 25 years old and I freak out if I have to get a shot at the doctor. And not just for the needles, just because all the stuff that comes along with being a diabetic. I don't want that. I don't want that for me at all. Another thing, obesity comes with it. So I finally found out, because I thought I went from 120 pounds, 115 to 120 pounds to like 160 in a span of like 2 months. And I thought that maybe I was like depressed, because in those 2 months I lost 3 people that were really close to me. So where all the kids were in school, going on vacations with the family, stuff like that, I spent my summer going to funerals. So I thought maybe, I lost my goddad, my youth leader at my church,